Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. I'm excited to be here today. My name is Patrick Egbunonu, and I'm the uh, Chief Artificial Intelligence Officer for Informanos Analytics and Artificial Intelligence. Okay, let me share my screen at the moment. Just give me a second here. Share my screen. Okay, and just checking in to make sure folks can see my screen. I think folks can see my screen now. That's what Zoom is telling me. So today I'm talking about artificial intelligence, and it's an interesting talk, and it's one that I have been looking forward to. But it's also a big challenge for me to talk about AI, and the reason why it's a huge challenge for me is because I've been speaking about on this topic for more than a decade now, and so I have so much material, so much knowledge, so much experience to share. And I keep thinking, okay, what can I share that will be useful to the listeners in a short period of time to communicate what I know. So, a little bit of my background. Again, my name is Patrick Egbunonu, and I think I've done too much schooling in my life. Did my undergraduate degree in Nigeria, came to Canada in 2003. Did a program in engineering at Queen's, and then economics, and also took the Cornell Queen's Executive MBA program about 10 years ago. I'm currently working on my doctorate study and focused on artificial intelligence and AI agents. I'm working out of Capital Technology University in the US. I've had about 2 decades working in this space. Started my career in PwC. Had opportunity to work in the group insurance space, in the financial industry in Canada, led an analytics team, and I've also had the opportunity to work in academia as a professor of a program, analytics, that I launched in 2017, and then as associate dean and dean at St. Lawrence College. I currently teach part-time at Queen's University. I teach an introductory course on digital technology and business, and I also teach in the Cornell Queen Executive MBA program, or EMBA Americas. And it's again, I love teaching, and so I enjoy the opportunity I have to teach at Queen's. And my full-time day job is as the president and chief AI officer at Informanos Analytics and Artificial Intelligence. Let's talk about Informanos. Informanos is dedicated to leveraging technology, analytics, and AI to help coaches, leaders, and the organizations grow and succeed. We want to help leaders grow, and we want to help organizations grow. And so our core product is the feedback platform that we've developed to help leaders and organizations get a pulse of what people think about different managers and leadership in the organization. And so we have an upward feedback platform that we've developed that organizations, small, medium sized, and large companies can use for upward feedback, and also use to get input about how their managers are doing, and provide feedback to their leadership that can help them to grow and succeed. We also have an advanced analytics dashboard and platform that we've created that can help you do more detailed analysis of the data that you have. We've worked on different projects. We worked on a project with downtown Kingston, where we supported them from a technology perspective, leveraging, again, AI analytics to help them gather information about what people are thinking as regards to downtown Kingston. And of course, we also have work that we do in Africa. We're currently working with a partner, 1 Million Teachers, to see how we can put in place a framework and a program to develop the next generation of leaders in Africa who understand how to leverage AI to solve some different problems. Okay, and so again, we have different products and services, and we're always happy to talk with you about how we can support you, support your leadership, support your organization as a company. Okay, we do have our AI thought leadership series where we Again, it's a free webinar that we do on a periodic basis, where we talk about different topics that we feel people want to know more about. We have again different ones that we've done at different times. We've done one on AI leadership in January, AI agents. This May, again done one around AI and the future of career. Okay, and so we have other ones that will come up in July and September. Please be on the lookout if you're interested in participating in any of these webinars. Okay, so let's get into our main topic for today, artificial intelligence. I'm going to put some numbers on the screen. So the first number here is 78%. A recent survey by Microsoft indicates that 78% of employees are bringing their own AI to the workplace, to the office. Another survey, another important data, 40% of employees have used some form of Gen AI in their jobs that have been explicitly banned. Okay, so talk about shadow AI, where employees in organizations, large, medium, small, are using these AI tools to do their job, to help them in their work, even when the organization has outrightly banned those tools. Now, why am I sharing these numbers? Is to show you that, again, as a business professional, as a business leader, as a small, medium-sized business leader, your employees, your colleagues, your team are already using these tools in one way or the other, whether you know about that or you don't know about that. Okay, let's take a look at some trends that we're seeing in these across all industries as it pertains to artificial intelligence. There's a report that KPMG puts out every quarter. They call it the KPMG Quarterly Pulse. The goal of the report is to capture perspectives from about 130 US-based C-suite and business leaders representing organizations with an annual revenue of $1 billion or more. I like to take a look at this report because it gives the kind of indication on what's happening and regards to AI, what business leaders are thinking about regards to AI. And so here we see that leaders plan to invest nearly $114 million in Gen AI over the next year, up sharply from $8 to $9 million last quarter. Okay, so this is Q1 of 2025. KPMG Quarterly Pulse Survey was released in Q1 of 2025, was released in April. And so we see that more leaders are looking at investing more money in Gen AI over the next year. 82% of leaders expect risk management to be the biggest challenge to their Gen AI strategies for the remainder of 2025, followed by the quality of the data the organization has and personal trust in Gen AI. Another thing that we see here is organizations are rapidly accelerating from experimentation to piloting AI agents. And we'll talk a bit more about AI agents in coming slides. And the latter is up from 37% to 65% since the last quarter. Okay. And again, a lot of folks believe that trust in the accuracy and fairness of AI outputs is the biggest challenge that AI is facing between now and 2030. Okay. And so, again, part of that survey, if you think about what we're looking at here, we're seeing more investment in Gen AI applications. More organizations are thinking about how to leverage these tools to help them to be more productive, to help them to reduce expenses, or to help increase revenue, I beg your pardon, or to enhance the experience of the customer. I always tell the folks I work with, when I work with companies or individuals, I tell them that, hey, you need to articulate how integrating AI or Gen AI into your organization will help you to increase productivity, help you reduce expenses, increase revenue, or enhance the experience of your customer. For 90% of organizations, again, it's important for them from an investor perspective to demonstrate return on investment on these Gen AI applications. Okay, and so we see again that risk management is top of mind as they think about um, integrating these applications into their organization. Okay, and so the ROI metrics, key ROI metrics relative to AI integration, a lot around productivity, and the top three spending categories projected to spend between $10 and $50 million include a lot on research R&D, new technology solutions, data, and analytics. Uh, from a workforce perspective, from a workforce perspective, we see that a lot more productivity tools are being used on a daily basis, up to 58% from 22% last quarter. We see that again, more folks are embedding Gen AI tools into their workflows, and we see an uptake on the use of knowledge assistants on a weekly basis. Okay. And so again, thinking about the next 12 months, to what extent do you agree or disagree with the following statement? In the next 12 months, 70% of leaders agree or strongly agree AI will automate specific tasks but will not replace roles entirely. 69% agree or strongly disagree or strongly agree that AI will help strong performers focus on more strategic work. And another 57% believe AI will help low performers become stronger performance. And so we see here from a productivity perspective, from a performance perspective, these leaders are saying, hey, we believe that integrating AI can help those who are already doing well to do even better, and to help those who are not doing as well as they should to up their game. And so we're seeing there's a huge um, there's a huge affinity or a huge likelihood that we're going to see more and more investment in artificial intelligence. We're also going to see more and more integration of these tools in the workplace and across different workflows. The other thing that I'm seeing from a current perspective, we're going to see more and more um, companies adopting an AI first approach to how they work, how they recruit, or even how they replace workers. I came across this news from Shopify CEO Toby Luke, and telling staff that they must prove a job cannot be done by AI before requesting new hires. According to the publication, there's now a fundamental expectation to use AI daily. Performance reviews will even factor the in. And so again, seeing a trend where organizations are saying or companies are saying we are an AI first company. Now, again, there is the debate around the human element in that kind of statement, and I think that's an interesting conversation we're going to see more of in the coming days. And so, trust becomes critical. So, if we're going to see AI being integrated into every aspect of work, the big question becomes: can we trust AI? Can we trust the output? Can we trust the influence of this application? And can we trust the partnership between AI and humans? Okay, and so trust is again emerging as a critical priority. Trust in the accuracy and fairness of AI output. Okay, okay. So again, I want to talk about this quote from Ginny Rometty a lot of times that I present. And in 2019, he made a statement, a very bold statement. This was in January 2019, and said, because of artificial intelligence, every single job will be different. Okay, so think about that statement. Because of AI, every single job will be different. Um, every single industry will be impacted by artificial intelligence. What work means and our definition of work, or our definition of how work will be done, to be done, will change because of artificial intelligence. If you think about many years ago, decades ago, if you were able to type fast. I mean, these are typewriters many years ago, decades ago. Being able to use these machines, type very fast, was very important. Okay, if you said, "Hey, I can type 100 words per second," my goodness, you're a superstar. But now that has changed. Okay, if I come to you and tell you I can type 100 words per second or even 1,000 words per second, well, that's no longer relevant. So we've seen this kind of transformation from typewriters to computers to laptops and to other digital devices. I think that's the same thing we're seeing with AI, where we're going to see a transformation of work, a transformation of industries, opportunities being created, new opportunities, but also challenges and risks arising at the same time. So, what is artificial intelligence? And again, I know a couple of folks who are watching this webinar may already be using Chat GPT, but I just want to do a quick overview of what AI is all about. Now, for many years, most folks, when they thought about artificial intelligence, what came to mind was some of the movies that they've watched. I mean, sci-fi guys, so some of these movies talking about robots and AI, in some cases taking over the world, in some cases fighting with humans, helping humans, or in some cases fighting against humans. And so some of these movies have shaped earlier on our understanding or definition of what artificial intelligence is all about. But in the past decade, as I've spoken to different individuals and different organizations, when they hear the word AI, folks are asking the question, how does this impact my job? How does it impact my work? Am I going to lose my job? Other folks are thinking, well, what about privacy? What about ethics? What about the data that is being used to train this application? What about the data that is being revealed? How much of my data is private to me? Who is accessing information about me? And so those have become serious considerations about artificial intelligence. Several years ago, the late Stephen Hawking made a statement. He said the development of full AI could spell the end of the human race. And even Elon Musk made a similar statement, I believe, in 2017. The next day, Mark Zuckerberg stood up and said, "Hey, don't mind what this guy is saying. It's pretty irresponsible." But regardless of what you believe about artificial intelligence, I'm pretty sure that we all know that we cannot ignore AI. AI has been integrated into almost every aspect of our life. You have a cell phone, I can guarantee you that you have applications that are AI driven, being used to help provide a better experience for you. Self-driving cars are already in play. Smart responses where your Gmail or whatever mail you're using, if they have AI integrated, they are recommending ways that you may want to respond to an email. Smart Complete already in play. Amazon is using a recommender system. If you go on Amazon to buy a book, to buy an item, before you check out, it's recommending other similar items for you to buy. If you have access to a streaming platform like Netflix or Disney Plus, you watch a movie, let's say you watch a sci-fi movie, by the time you go back in, they're recommending other similar movies for you to watch. That's AI in play. That's the recommender system in play. In education, AI is already in play, where they're again leveraging AI to recommend the how students will take a course, a program, how they should take it to make sure that the student is understanding what they are learning. In the health sector, it's already in play. In different sectors, AI is already in play, and so we cannot really ignore artificial intelligence. I came across a definition many years ago that I've kind of stuck with because I like the simplicity of the definition. And it from Time Magazine, and they define AI as any technique that enables computers to mimic human intelligence. Okay, any technique that enables computers to do what humans can do. An important subset of AI is machine learning, which is really a method of data analysis that automates analytical model building. It's a branch of AI based on the idea that systems can learn from data, identify patterns, and make decisions with minimal human intervention. Okay, and so now you have this subset of AI that says, hey, what if we train the system to learn instead of hard coding every single opportunity option? What if the system is trained to learn from data, to identify patterns, and to make decisions with minimal human intervention? And this is possible because now we have access to all this data that can be used to train these applications, that can be used to identify patterns, to better identify patterns, and for these AI applications to make better decisions. And so we have all this data set that enables, again, us to understand what's happening, understand why things are happening, predict what's likely to happen, and even prescribe what you need to do. Okay, talking about predictive analytics or predictive AI. And so, again, going back to this statement here, because of AI, every single job will be different. And then in the fall of 2022, ChatGPT comes online, okay, and uh, revolutionizes or brings about a complete um, interest, excitement, and engagement in AI, and also introduces to the general public the concept of generative AI. And what is generative AI? It really refers to a class of AI systems designed to generate new content or data that is similar to what humans might produce. And so you find that with these systems, you can create original content such as text, images, audio, and even video based on patterns and examples learned from large data sets. Now, it's important to clarify that there's a difference between predictive AI and generative AI. Okay, with predictive AI, the general purpose is to forecast or classify based on patterns. With generative AI, the key purpose is to create new content or data, which is fascinating, which is amazing. What it means is that you can create, you can create new stuff. You can create even new music, new art, new materials by leveraging these applications, which I think creates huge opportunities for small businesses, for medium-sized businesses, for even large organizations, although they also come with their own challenges and risks. And so it now leads to more conversation about prompt engineering. And so what becomes important as you use these tools then is how are you asking the questions you're asking, how is one prompting the output that they get from these tools. And so prompt engineering becomes very, very important. I like this definition I got from Chad. I say, hey Chad, what is prompt engineering? And Chad say, well, the goal of prompt engineering is to influence the AI model generation in a way that produces more accurate, relevant, and context-aware responses. And so you can have two individuals using ChatGPT, for example, and trying to achieve the same outcome or have the same goal they want to achieve, but the output is different for both individuals. Again, depending on how they prompt chat to respond to their input or the kind of questions they're asking or how they are going about influencing the model's generation. Okay, let's talk about AI agents for a second. So talk about AI, what AI is all about. But I believe that 2025 is the year of AI agents. And what is an AI agent? An AI agent is a digital helper or assistant that can perceive its environment, process information, make decisions, and then take actions to achieve a specific goal. The key thing about AI agents is their autonomy. The key feature of AI agents is their autonomy. They can function and make decisions even in your absence without needing constant user input. Think about that. You're able to have an AI agent do stuff for you while you're sleeping, cooking, resting, doing other things, and the agent is able to help you achieve a specific goal or a specific outcome. Okay, I'm going to play this video because one of the interesting, recent interesting developments in the space is this company called Manos that introduced an AI agent that could do some interesting things or can do some interesting things. And I'm going to play the video.
Hi, I'm Pete from Readiness AI. For the past year, we've been quietly building what we believe is the next evolution in AI. And today, we're launching an early preview of Manus, the first general AI agent. This isn't just another chatbot or workflow. It's a truly autonomous agent that bridges the gap between conception and execution. While other AI stops at generating ideas, Manus delivers results. We see it as the next paradigm of human-machine collaboration, and potentially a glimpse into AGI. Now let me show you Manus in action across 3 completely different tasks. Let's start with an easy one. In this example, we'll ask Manus to help screen resumes. I've just sent Manus a zip file containing 10 resume documents. Since each Manus session has its own computer, it can work like a human. First unzipping the file, then browsing through each resume page by page, and recording important information to documents. Manus works asynchronously in the cloud, which means you can close your laptop anytime, and Manus will notify you when everything is complete. Of course, you can also give Manus new instructions at any time. Here I've sent Manus 5 more resumes. After carefully reading all 15 resumes, Manus provides its ranking suggestions, along with candidate profiles and evaluation criteria as supporting materials. This is pretty good, but I prefer a spreadsheet. Let's have Manus create one. Manus has its own knowledge and memory, so it can teach Manus that the next time it handles a similar task, it will deliver a spreadsheet right away. In this example, we'll have Manus conduct some research. It needs to filter New York properties based on multiple criteria. For complex tasks, Manus first breaks them down and creates a to-do list. Manus begins by searching and carefully reading articles about the safest neighborhoods. Then Manus researches middle schools in New York. Next, Manus writes a Python program to calculate my budget. Based on my budget, Manus filters listings on real estate websites. Finally, combining all the information gathered, Manus writes a detailed report and compiles all the resources. In this example, we have Manus perform a correlation analysis between stocks. For professional data, Manus can access authoritative data sources through APIs. After validating the acquired data, Manus begins writing code for data analysis and visualization. For Manus, coding isn't necessarily the goal, but rather a universal tool for solving problems. It looks like Manus has completed the data analysis and visualization. But interactive data visualization is even cooler, so I asked Manus to create a website based on these data. With my permission, Manus deploys the finished website online and provides me with a shareable link. Let's see what Manus has created. What you've just seen is just a small sample of what Manus can do. In fact, on benchmarks designed to evaluate general AI assistants, an early checkpoint of Manus has already achieved state-of-the-art performance, and it's only getting better. Beyond benchmarks, Manus has been solving real-world problems on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, and has proven its capabilities on Kaggle competitions. This wouldn't be possible without the amazing open source community, which is why we're committed to giving back. Manus operates as a multi-agent system powered by several distinct models. So later this year, we're going to open source some of these models specifically post-trained for Manus, inviting everyone to explore this agentic future together. The name Manus comes from the famous motto, Mens ad Manus, mind and hand. It embodies the belief that knowledge must be applied to make a meaningful impact on the world. And this is precisely the promise of Manus AI. To extend your capabilities, amplify your impact, and be the hand that brings your mind's vision into reality. We can't wait to see what you will achieve with Manus.
Okay, so again, I think that's amazing. That's fascinating. So if you think about AI agents and think about the opportunity that AI agents can provide to organizations, and just think about leveraging AI agents to improve a workflow, provide a better experience for customers, for clients, or to enhance the productivity of our organization. Now, again, with all AI applications, there are challenges, there are some things to think about, but the qualities of any great AI agent is, again, boils down to being able to achieve the given objective that it has been programmed to do, to focus on that objective, to cooperate, to remember things, but also to have guardrails in place that ensure that the AI agent acts in accordance with its prescribed function. If we go back to the KPMG survey, they also asked the leaders and CEOs about AI agents. And again, here's some questions they asked: how is the organization planning to deploy AI agents? About 57% are buying a pre-built solution. 27% are combining internally built and pre-built, and 5% are building an AI agent internally. Again, we have 25% who are exploring the possibility of using AI agents. 55% are piloting AI agents, and 11% are already deploying AI agents. It says, what challenges do you anticipate in training employees to work with AI agents? Despite an increase in the adoption of agents and assistants, organizations face hurdles in preparing their workforce for an AI-powered future. The top anticipated challenges in training employees to work with these agents include the complexity of the system, keeping pace with rapidly evolving technology, and of course, its technical skills gap. Okay. Another question was asked around: in the next 12 months, would you consider integrating AI agents to assist with different tasks with the following, any of the following task organization, and acting as a call center agent? And again, the blue bar signifies those who are already using an AI agent for this, and the light green bar are those who are considering integrating an AI agent in this space in the next 12 months and have plans to do so. Okay, so here we see, again, acting as call center agents. This is Q4 of 2024, and this is Q1 of 2025. And so we see a lot more folks are already using AI agents as call center agents. 61% compared to 16% in the previous quarter. And we see here that 38% in Q1 of 2025 are looking at have plans to use AI agents as call center agents. Okay. The other function is analyzing complex data sets. Again, we're seeing more folks who are leveraging AI agents for analysis of complex data sets, performing administrative tasks, 56% here. Not as much using AI agents for recruiting and sourcing new employee candidates, but we see that a lot more folks are looking at HR recruiting and sourcing of new employees by leveraging AI agents. Okay. And last question here is releasing a custom AI agent for your clients or customers. 68% are already doing that, and 31% as at Q1 2025 are thinking about doing that. Again, which roles in your organization are most likely to benefit from agentic AI? Technology, IT, operations, and risk are the functions most likely to benefit from agentic AI, followed by finance, marketing and sales, and human resources. Okay, and so we see again that there's a huge move by these organizations to deploy AI agents across different workflows. Okay. Now, at Informanos, we do have a course where we teach individuals, and we also help businesses to understand how AI agents work, how to scale the use of AI agents, and how to integrate AI agents across their different workflows tailored to their business. So with AI, with AI agents, with AI, Gen AI, and even predictive AI, we see a lot of opportunities ahead, but we also see challenges ahead. And I think it's important for companies to, as they think about these opportunities, also think about some of these challenges around privacy, around trust, around bias, and think about how to mitigate these challenges as they leverage these applications to enhance their business and also to really improve their profitability. Okay. Okay. So one of the things that it's an interesting HBR case. I started thinking, okay, how are people using Gen AI in 2025? And it's an interesting case that talks about how folks are using Gen AI in 2025. This is at an individual level. And so we see that, again, at an individual level, most folks are using AI in 2025 for therapy, for companionship, for organizing their lives, for finding new purpose. Last year, the top use case for AI at an individual level was for generating ideas. This year is therapy and companionship. Folks are still using AI to generate code, generate ideas, for some fun stuff, for creativity, and of course for healthier living. And so this kind of tells you, if a small business, kind of tells you at a high level how your customers or how your clients are leveraging AI in their personal lives. Okay, and so we see again major Gen AI use case themes are emerging. We see folks using AI a lot for personal and professional support, 31%. Using AI for personal and professional support based on the data collected. We see about 18% using AI for content creation and editing, about 16% using AI for learning and education, 15% for technical assistance and troubleshooting, for creativity, and for research analysis and decision making. Okay, and so this is the top, again, 100 use case of artificial intelligence at an individual level. And again, it's interesting to see how folks are using AI daily and some interesting use cases here. I think I saw one around contacting the dead, different use cases as it relates to generative AI. Okay. Folks are also thinking about how to leverage AI for time management. There are different applications out there that can be helpful and useful for working professionals, for business owners and leaders when it comes to, again, managing their time and getting the best out of the time they have every day. Okay, so as I begin to wrap up, it's important to think about, you know, this can be very overwhelming. There's so many applications out there, so many stuff AI is doing. But I always tell individuals and businesses, hey, baby steps, okay? Baby steps. One step at a time. Think about what you're trying to achieve as an organization. Think about your goals. Think about what's really important to you. And I think about what tool can help you address very specific challenges or the challenge that you're having. I find that most folks, when they think about AI, I get different reactions. I get folks who really need to think about it before deciding on what next to do. I get folks who feel overwhelmed, who are really scared. Some folks are like, okay, don't talk to me about this. I have other things I'm doing. And some folks kind of hide their head in the sand, thinking, well, nothing is really happening around me. But no matter what your perspective is, the train has already left the station, and AI is going to change every single job. And I think there's an opportunity to explore the possibilities while adopting a balanced approach to integrating AI into our various workflows in our organizations. Okay, so I'm going to address 3 questions that I get frequently from individuals, from small business owners as it relates to AI or Gen AI. One of the questions I get is I receive, there are too many Gen AI tools. How do I make sense of it all? Okay, so yes, it's overwhelming. Yes, there's a lot of tools out there, but I think it's a good sign. It means that the field is growing rapidly with innovation. And so I do encourage folks to start by categorizing the tools by their function. Okay, for example, text generation, you have ChatGPT, you have Claude, Gemini, image generation, video and audio, code generation, productivity, business, or marketing. And then start with one tool or category based on what you want to achieve. The next question I get is, okay, so how do I narrow it down to my specific needs? Okay, so I know all these tools are out there, but how do I narrow it down to my specific needs? Okay, and so again, I say, well, why not try and answer these three key questions? What tasks are you trying to improve? Where do you spend the most time? Where do you feel stuck the most? And what's the outcome that you really care about? Speed, creativity, insight, automation. Okay, and then use the answers to match the tools to the task. So for example, if you're writing a report and you're stuck in the report writing, you may try ChatGPT. So if you need visuals, you're trying to generate a flyer, you may try Canva or Midjourney. If you're trying to analyze survey results or data, you could try Chat or Power BI Copilot. Okay. Here's a simple use case of a company, an e-commerce retailer that revolutionized their copywriting workflow. The company needed to write between 80 and 120 new product descriptions every month for their website, and instead of having their copywriters write them all by hand, they're now using AI to automatically create these descriptions. And so before using AI, copywriters were spending about 40 hours per month writing these descriptions. Now, thanks to AI, they spend less than 30 minutes a month just reviewing and making small edits to what the AI wrote. Okay. Another question I get: I'm a small business owner. Where do I start? I'm a small business owner. Where do I start? And we came up with this framework at Informanos, and we're calling it the Inform framework. Okay. So the first thing we say is, hey, identify pain points and priorities. Start with what matters most. Where you're losing time or money, what tasks are repetitive or error prone, what opportunities are being missed. Okay, and so the outcome of this exercise is a short list of high impact challenges right for AI powered improvement. Okay, so once you have that list, focus on one, two, three. I usually recommend one area where AI can quickly help. It can be marketing, content creation, customer support, admin task reduction, forecast and planning, and to focus on to narrow it down to one or two areas, and then you now have a clearly defined AI use case that you can pilot. Okay, and then once you have that, the next stage is to choose the tool that fits what you're trying to solve, that fits your stage and needs. Okay, choose the right tool, to find the right tool, and then operationalize responsibly. Put safeguard in place. If possible, create an internal AI use policy as soon as you can. Think about bias and privacy and data security, and make sure that your team understands how to leverage the tool for the pilot in an ethical and safe manner. And then, of course, track the impact, track the AI business impact. How many hours are you saving? Are you reducing costs? Are you generating revenue? How is it influencing the customer experience? And the outcome is a simple ROI dashboard or performance scorecard to track the impact of the tool that you're leveraging for your pilot case. Once you have early wins proven, M is to multiply and integrate. Do more. Do more. So you've done one and it worked and things are going well and you're happy with the ROI, pick the next one and the next one and the next one. And of course, keep training your team for higher AI maturity. And again, what you get as an outcome is a scaling roadmap for sustained impact. And the last S is strategy. Okay, and so you've been doing this pilot on one hand, but it's important to think about your long-term goal for integrating AI into your business strategy. How will AI help you achieve your overall business strategy, help you achieve your overall business goals? And so as you have this pilot working on this side of the equation, you're also thinking about how to develop a practical AI strategy tailored to your business vision and goals. The good news is that Informanos we can help you. We can help you. We can help you identify where to start. We can help train your teams, demystify AI. We can help you create responsible AI policies. We can help you along that journey. And We can also provide a fractional chief AI officer that can work alongside with you. Okay, and so again, it's taking those initial steps, like I said, baby steps. Here are two applications that I really love. I love working with Gamma. How does it help me? It helps me in my presentations. I do a lot of presentations, and so I use Gamma a lot to generate very powerful presentations. Saves me time and helps me to generate very professional presentations for different occasions. Um, HeyGen is also an application that I like. It helps to generate tutorials or videos. I can create stunning videos with ease. I can choose my own avatar or from a library of AI avatar and voices in different languages. And so think about training videos, think about creating presentations, even think about creating podcasts or video casts, leveraging a tool like this. Again, these are two tools that I find very useful for me as a small business owner. And of course, ChatGPT is a tool I use a lot. I have the paid version of ChatGPT because I use it a lot for research, for analysis, and also really my executive assistant. So, how do we get ready for the future? How do we get ready for the future? I think it's to continue to learn, continuous learning, to keep trying to adapt where we can and when we should, but also to take a look at what's happening across different industries, to see how you can borrow an idea from one industry into your own industry, or to see what other companies are doing with your industry from an AI perspective. I think AI presents us with great opportunities as human beings, as organizations, as leaders, and we really have an opportunity here to do something different to again enhance productivity, reduce expenses, increase revenue, enhance the customer experience by leveraging these AI applications, while also thinking about the challenges that they pose for organizations and for our society. Yoshua Bengio made a statement. He said, AI is not just about efficiency gains, it's about opening up new possibilities, unlocking human potential, and solving some of society's biggest challenges. And Dr. Andrew Ng said, AI is the new electricity. It will transform every industry and create huge economic value. I think the biggest threat to any organization or individual is not AI itself, but a competitor, somebody else that knows how to leverage AI to do things better, faster, and more cost effectively, enhancing the customer experience and accelerating product delivery. I think this is the future of work, and I believe what Eric Hoffer said, like in a world of change, the learners shall inherit the earth, while the learners shall find themselves perfectly suited for a world that no longer exists. Um, I do have training that I do, AI training that I do for organizations, for individuals. You're welcome to reach out to me if you have any questions or if I can support the organization along your AI journey. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week.